What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video. My name is Torin, and today we're going to be going over some STRONGBLOCK updates. Now, since my last video on STRONGBLOCK just under a month ago, there has been quite a few announcements that have come out, including Polygon announcements, FTM nodes, and much more. So today we're going to be going over my portfolio update, how it's been doing over the last month, where we're at, where we're going, and sort of my thoughts on all of these announcements. So if you guys are interested in that kind of video, make sure to hit that like button. It truly supports the channel and really helps me get to more investors just like yourself and grow this into a great little community. So make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Notification bells are also very important because this gives you a leg up in terms of how quickly you get to see this information. And even a step further, I do have a private Discord chat where there's about 1,000 of us in this group talking about all of these opportunities at all times, when to get in and when to get out. So if this is interesting to you, make sure to check out the link down below for that. But without further ado, let's dive into my computer and start learning about these STRONGBLOCK updates and where my portfolio is currently at. All right, so we are on CoinMarketCap. This is a good starting point to sort of get the idea of where the price is at and where we have been over the last couple weeks. So currently, as I'm filming this, the price of one strong is at $433, up about just under 2% in the last 24 hours. Now, if you've been following my updates on strong, you've noticed that I've purchased in different months at different prices and sort of averaging out from there. But this is the 3-month look at the chart, the strong US chart. So we did hit an all-time high on the October 28th at about that 1200 US mark. Now, since then, it has taken a dramatic fall all the way down to 400. So almost a third of the actual all-time high here. So we can see that this is a downward trending line, but it sort of has seemed to even out and sort of trade in between these two lines here. Now, even though the cost per token has gone down over the last couple months, we are still making very decent rewards. And now this is a project I am very happy with. I am biased because I have been in it for quite a while, and I'll continue to be in it as well because it is giving me very good returns on my investment, almost 30% a month if you know when to buy the node. So we're going to be going over my Excel spreadsheet here. As we can see, strong nodes. You might have seen this Excel sheet in some of my other ones, but I have made a couple updates just to some of these cells. As we can see here, now in December, the cost per strong is $433. So we have gone from just under 300 all the way up to $999, back down to $433. So to create a node today, it's going to cost you about $4,000 US, and this will give you approximately $43 per day back. Now, this gives you a 30% monthly ROI and 100 days to pay back this node. Now, again, I have mentioned this before. This is a sunk cost. You will not get this money back, but you will be able to get into the profit after it pays itself back. So I now have 4 different strong nodes with 4 different earning potentials, and we'll go over that in just a second. Let's just touch on some of these updates here. So as always, if you guys want to do some research or learn a bit more about this, I do have a ton of other videos you can check out on STRONGBLOCK, but the website is strongblock.com. As we can see, landing on the main website here, Polygon nodes are here, and ETH 2.0 staking pool is now live. So these are very interesting announcements for us, and we will dive into them in just a second. And we can also see that all of the Nifty Fi NFTs are currently sold out for STRONGBLOCK. Now, they were doing a NFT giveaway, and they have winners almost each week or two, so we will dive into that in just a second as well. So they do have an announcement page, and on December 8th, Polygon and ETH 2.0 are live. So they have now new protocols with them in STRONGBLOCK. So in terms of Polygon nodes are live as part of this new service to smart contract. So they're starting off by making Polygon nodes available to all NFT holders. So if you unfortunately don't have any NFTs, you weren't able to get Polygon nodes right away, but they had 3 Polygon nodes per NFT holder. Now, it doesn't matter if your wallet already has 100 nodes or 1 node, they will be opening it to everyone within the next few weeks. So To get them, there will be a strong contribution with strong rewards. Now for ETH 2.0, rewards will not be claimable until ETH 2.0 goes live. Your reward weight is based on how long you've staked. So the earlier you get in, the more you stake, the heavier your weight in the pool is. So strong staking with ETH rewards, which is very cool to see. Now the ETH staking pool is also now live, and phantom nodes are currently in development. And I think we have seen that in early January, this may come out. So they have completed their audit. Now this was in my other video, but if you guys wanted to dive into it, it was completed by Hacken, and there were very, very minimal issues. A couple of them were very low severity as well. So I do highly suggest you guys dive into this. If you are new to STRONGBLOCK and want to get invested in the company, make sure to always go out and do your own research, your own due diligence. I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. So please go do yourself a favor and educate yourself on how this contract was audited. As I mentioned in the other video, there is an NFT lottery. So 20 silver NFTs and 10 gold NFTs were reserved for a limited series of lotteries. They're now sold out, but beginning on November 17th, gold NFT lotteries will be held every Wednesday morning with the same qualification period as silver. You can also see the NFT lottery results on their page here. It will pull it up, and if you have any of these wallets, once you sign in, you should already see a little announcement bar on how to get that going for yourself. Also, I want to take a quick second just to give you guys a little beware of scams announcement. Now, this has been happening all over my own YouTube, my own Twitter, but of course, STRONGBLOCK, once you get interested in it, you may have people reach out to you and try to scam you, so always be aware of that. Now, if you don't have an NFT, they are also available on OpenSea. Now, the price floor is getting higher and higher because they do have quite substantial rewards for their holders, but you can take a look at any of them on OpenSea and see sort of where they are selling for. Now, of course, I do follow them on Twitter, their Discord, most of all their socials, because this is the most up-to-date information. And I have uncovered some interesting information I want to highlight in this video specifically. Now, there was a recent AMA without the rope, and I am going to pull up sort of the little Twitter thread to go over some of these announcements here. So to start, here are the new things the team is in process with. So new node types, FTM is in the process testing another, which is very exciting. They're giving a little allusion to that. The prototype of the new chain built to support the community, lowering gas and driving value to strong holders. Now validator nodes with the same contribution method as regular nodes. So they're also working on lower entry point for nodes. So this is already possible with the service to contract. Just need to get the actual engineering completed and tested for actual nodes. They're also working on a play to earn system that's been in the works since last summer. They have also been working on a Medium article discussing where they are going with this information and how tapering works and supply sustainability. Furthermore, explainer videos and infographics about blockchain nodes, how to create them, and how to use their RPC endpoints for your wallet and more. The goal is to make the project even easier to understand and even more accessible. I love this because, of course, more people want to get involved with passive income, and if they can make it very simple, a couple clicks of a button, if it's not already, then they are going to get more and more adoption. Now, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, there are just under 200,000 nodes currently be rewarded, and so this is an incredible accomplishment to reach. And of course, we can still see how well the whole team is growing this project. So if you guys want to check out more of these AMA questions, make sure to follow them on Twitter and check out some of these threads. But let's get into how well mine have performed over the last month, where we're going with it, what I'm planning to do, and check out some of these rewards. So we are currently inside the app here, and we can see I have 4 nodes currently making me some rewards and their fee due dates. So I will have to get on this one quite soon because that is due in less than 2 weeks. So as we can see, all 4 are producing about 0.1 strong per day for myself. And since the last time I had claimed and made the 4th node on November 30th, we've almost accumulated 8 strong tokens. So at that current price, we have just under $2,400 US since the last month. But in order to understand this easier, let's dive back into my Excel spreadsheet and put this out for you guys to basically digest a bit easier than me just talking about it. So as we can see down below here are my node rewards, the creation, the days active, how many rewards I've currently received, and the low and high value. Now, of course, in my other videos, I've talked about this. It all depends on if you're planning to exchange your Strong for whether it be Ethereum or a stable coin. The value will change drastically over the day-to-day or week-to-week. So I have put in a low value up here, as we can see, as $400 per token, and the high value as $1,200. So as we can see here, there has been quite a substantial difference in what it has possibly made me over the last 3.5 or so months. But we can see that currently we have almost 30.1 rewards in Strong. So with the low value of 400 per Strong, if I didn't swap it for Ethereum or a stablecoin at its high, we're looking at approximately $12,000 over the last few months, and at its high value, we're looking at even closer to 40,000. So quite substantial if you time it properly. Now let's look at the earning potential of all 4 of those nodes and the different low and high values as well. So as we mentioned, 0.1 rewards from each node gives you approximately 3 per month. So with all 12 of my nodes, a low value per month will be 4,800 and a high value would be closer to 14,000. Now, in terms of how I feel about these actual nodes, again, I'm sticking to a strategy for this being long term. It's a way that I've added some passive income to my portfolio and a way to see how well this project will last over the long term. Now, because this is at a sunk cost, you do wait for that 100 days, just under that 3 months, dependent on the price change, to sort of pay back your initial investment, and then the rest is all profit. So as I mentioned to you before, I had paid for a couple nodes in the interim and using the rewards to compound and create more nodes. So we're almost at the point where I can create a 5th node as well, but this will highly depend on what the price point is at. Now, I haven't taken much profit through this. I've just been compiling and compounding nodes in order to grow this little account for myself. But again, if we do get to an all-time high, when this 10 comes available, it does give me the opportunity to either take profit or create another node. Now, where things get even more interesting is that you're actually able to create nodes in different networks. So if you create nodes here, you can do it on the Polygon network as well as the Sentinel. Now, there should be an FTM coming out quite soon, possibly in the first few weeks of January, so I will be definitely looking forward to that. As of right now, I haven't created nodes on the other platforms because my Ethereum nodes are working quite well and I have a good thing running. But if you click over to the mining side of things, there's also a very substantial reward protocol for you guys if you would like to stake through their platform here as well. So there is an ETH 2.0. So stake your Strong to get a share of ETH 2.0 rewards. So hopefully, instead of people always cashing out their Strong rewards each Sunday and taking profit, instead you're actually able to stake your Strong and get ETH rewarded from that. So as you can see here, the estimated rewards is 30% in ETH, which is quite substantial. Now, again, they have done nothing to say that this won't go through or these rewards aren't going to last, but again, following them on all of their socials to keep up to date with where they're going with this. So as I mentioned, I am still quite bullish on this project. It has been giving me back the returns I have wanted each month, and although the price has been quite volatile, this is a longer term play for myself. Of course, the 3-month return period is something you want to hit before you get into the profit. But again, I've mentioned there's a ton of people in my Discord who have 10 times the amount of nodes and making an absolute killing off this passive income. Hopefully I gave you guys a great little update on some of the most recent things Strong has been working on, how I am very happy with my initial investment and this investment moving forward with Strong as well. Take that with a grain of salt because I am biased. But if you guys did like this update, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. And until next time, guys, take care.